Another investigation at a private facility which caters to children. A St. Catherine teacher charged with rape, licensed firearm holder take out a shutter while a bartender was shot dead by robbers. This and more stories. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Education Minister Fayval Williams has disclosed that an investigation has commenced at a private facility which caters to children in a manner similar to the Atlantis Leadership Academy in Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth, which was already being probed. Mrs. Williams was tight-lipped about the name and location of the other facility. She, however, revealed that the second institution being investigated is registered under the ministry, but the previous one in St. Elizabeth was not registered with the government. The American-owned Atlantis Leadership Academy in St. Elizabeth is being investigated for alleged abuse of children. 5 employees have so far been charged in connection with the allegations. Meanwhile, a St. Catherine teacher has been charged with rape after allegedly sexually assaulting a student on many occasions. Stephen Cunningham, 42-year-old, who lives at Main Road in Gregory Park in St. Catherine, has been charged. Cunningham is accused of repeatedly holding down a female student and raping her while she was attending classes in March of 2024. A report was made and an investigation launched by detectives assigned to the Center of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse, Sisoka. Cunningham was later taken into custody and charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. A court date is now being arranged for him. A woman whose daughter was allegedly beaten with a cable wire over homework had her request to drop the case denied when she returned to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. Allegations are that the accused, Marlon Gillette, who is the uncle of the 10-year-old girl, beat his niece with a cable wire to do her homework. The beating reportedly resulted in trauma to the girl's right ear and swelling to her lower back. A report was made and Gillette was arrested and charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm and cruelty to a child. On Tuesday, however, the girl's mother petitioned Senior Parish Judge Sanchia Burrell to have the charges dropped as the accused is the one who is helping her with her 3 children. Senior Judge Burrell denied the request, stating that she believes that dropping the case would send a wrong message to the child and the family while calling the act cruel. Instead, Burrell referred the complainant to the Victim Service Division and the accused to probation services to receive counseling. Senior Parish Judge Burrell told Gillette, "I need you to understand that what you did allegedly is not okay." Then turning to the complainant, she said, "And you, mother, I need you to know that it is not okay to let it go." Gillette's bail was extended and the matter set for mention on July 23rd of this year. Listen, enough of we get them kind of beaten there when we grow up, and it was normal, as there was no protection in place by the government then. But now, beat a child, and it's sure prison you're going. 2 people, including a 17-year-old girl, were detained on Tuesday in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court after being arrested last Friday morning following the recovery of an illegal rifle and ammunition in Brinkley. Trevon White, 24, and the juvenile have been charged with possessing a restricted firearm and unlawful possession of ammunition, and they are expected to return to court on May 1st. According to the police, White might face more charges when papers related to lottery fraud were discovered during the operation. The 17-year-old girl was remanded to a secure location after being declared in need of care and protection. 1.44 Smith & Wesson Magnum firearm along with 1 round was found hidden in the toilet tank. A man alleged to be one of the major figures in a series of armed robberies in St. Elizabeth has been charged by the St. Elizabeth police. Leah Foster, 37-year-old bar operator, has been slapped with a long list of charges including possession of a prohibited weapon, 3 counts of robbery with aggravation, using a firearm to commit a felony, and unlawful wounding. And he was arrested last Friday during a major police operation in Grossmont District. One of the robbers was fatally shot in that incident and several stolen items were recovered. Deputy Superintendent Coolidge Minto, acting head of the St. Elizabeth Police, said that Foster was featured in a robbery which took place on March 27 at Dolly's HQ located along Lambert Road in Goshen. Police said a video in their possession showed 6 men armed with rifles and handguns inside the establishment. The men left with an undetermined sum of cash, cell phones, as well as poker boxes. DSP Minto says investigations are still in progress to locate the other persons involved in the robbery, and he said Foster is being investigated for other serious crimes in St. Elizabeth. A man who reportedly shot and injured another man was later fatally shot after he was challenged by a licensed firearm holder in St. James on Sunday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as 22-year-old Brandon Campbell of a St. James address, and it's alleged that about 5:15 p.m. on Pega Road, Campbell alighted from a gray Toyota Axio and opened gunfire at the man. A licensed firearm holder who was nearby at the time of the incident reportedly challenged Campbell, who was shot in the process. The car from which Campbell earlier alighted reportedly sped away from the scene, and a legal firearm was reportedly found at the scene. And both injured men were taken to hospital where Campbell was pronounced dead and the other man admitted for treatment. The St. James police are now investigating. The police are now seeking 3 suspects in relation to the murder of a 45-year-old bartender who was gunned down during a daring daylight heist at a bar in Pembroke Hall, Kingston on Tuesday afternoon. Julian Brown, a businesswoman of Spanish Town in St. Catherine, was shot and killed at her business establishment on Chicona Avenue in Pembroke Hall in the parish. Reports from the Duhaney Park police are that about 1:40 p.m., Brown was inside her bar when 3 men approached her and demanded money. When their demands were not met, one of the men opened gunfire at Brown before they escaped in the area. The police were summoned and Brown was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. And sources have now reported that Brown named her killer before she succumbed to her injuries. And the perpetrators reportedly destroyed surveillance footage in the bar during the heights. And sources also indicate that the police are now following strong leads in relation to the murder. So she actually knew them and they know her as well, and them still rob and kill her. Eternal Father, bless our land. On to sports, Miami will have one more chance tomorrow in the play-in to stay in the playoff when they lost by 1 point last night to the 76ers. It was a very close game with the 76ers winning 105 to Miami 104. Miami will now play the Chicago Bulls tomorrow and the winner will get the number 8 spot. Heat star Jimmy Butler was hurt late in the first quarter when he tried to fake out Kelly Oubre Jr. on a bucket only to have his knee buckle and he fell to the court. Oubre appeared to land on the Heat star who had led the franchise last season to the NBA Finals, and he will be doing an MRI today. Hopefully he can play tomorrow because without Butler, the team is not that great. Don't forget the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.